led me into drugs, marijuana at the age. Who's 14 in here? Okay, keep your hand up. Who's 15? Keep your hand up. Who's, I'm gonna start right there, 14, 15. 14, 15. I was experiencing drugs as marijuana, acid. I was huffing. If any of y'all don't know what huffing is, it means you get a new gas can and put a little bit of gas in it and you suck through the nozzle until it gets you high. I tried these things. Those things led into my criminal activities. I started breaking into houses and I started stealing cars and I started doing anything that I chose to do. Didn't have to, but I chose to. And that led me, who's 16? Put it up high. When I was 16, the world got tired of me. And the state did too. And they gave me 29 and a half years. 16. And I was abandoned by my family. No, everybody cut me off. So I was by myself. I got to add this part in there. I came up in the house knowing who God was. I had no choice to know who God was because my mother and my father installed that in me and my siblings. But I had my own made up mind to do what I wanted to do. I got tired of people trying to control me, trying to make me be what they wanted me to be, wanted me to do what they wanted me to do, pick my friends, pick what I wear, pick what I do. I got tired of that. So I chose. Keep noticing I keep going back to I chose. I can't blame nobody but me. So that led me to prison, 29 and a half years. And I started at Pope, Johnson County, Central Prison, Caledonia, Nash. I'm glad there's so many young people in here because I'm getting ready to help somebody. Yes, God. The whole time, God still had his hand on me though. I didn't know it at the time, but he kept his hands on me because the Bible tells me in my mother's womb, he already knew who I was going to be, what I was going to become, but I did not have any idea. So I did all the time in prison. They let me out one time, and I got back out doing exactly what I wanted to do. Back on the drugs, and I graduated. I went to powder cocaine. Then I went to crack cocaine. And I became homeless. And I started doing things that I didn't think I would ever do. To have to go from being hungry, I ate out of trash cans. I would go to restaurants and wait for them to bring out the last hour of the restaurant being ready to close, and they dump it out. I beat the cats to the trash can. But God still had his hand on me. I didn't know it at the time, but I do today. Crack cocaine and all that led me to go right back to prison to finish out what I started. But the last ride, I fell on my face while I was in the hole. If anybody been in prison, you know what the hole is. Solitary confinement. That's when you're shut off from everybody. But I knew who I knew, but I never chose to call on him. But at the still moment, I had to call on him because my flesh got tired. My mind got tired. I didn't want it no more. But even when God takes you out of a situation and things start going good, Hear me, young people. I still chose to go and do what I wanted to do. Even after God did what he did for me. I used to come into churches. I used to get up and sing my songs. Nobody really knowing what's going on with me. Still messed up, probably was standing there high. People out there was receiving what God was doing through me. Come on. But the Bible tells me this, from the sinner he'll save a soul. Even if the sinner himself is not being saved. But I was determined that I wasn't going to do what nobody wanted me to do. So I took on other religions. I was in the 5% nation. I used to call myself God. Arm, leg, arm, head. He'll tell you. I was a Muslim. I used to sing the Shahada. Yeah, I know these things. But I learned through all these religions, none of them did me like Jesus. So it didn't stop there. I went back into the church. And then, I'm going to help somebody for real. The church people started hurting me. Started letting me down. Started using me for their own purpose. They seen something inside of me that I couldn't see for myself. And they took it upon themselves and said, I'm going to take him and use what he got to get us where we need to be. Even if he's left behind. But God said no. See, because through all that, I wasn't ignorant. I ain't never just let anybody just do and say what you want to say to me. But I took on a boldness. And I said, nobody is going to ever use me again. Because what God got for me, it is for me. I allowed you to come in and sit with me. Don't invite me in to your table because your table may be unevenly spread. Somebody need to hear that. Look at your neighbor and say, your purpose.
Your purpose.
Now, I could tell y'all more about the bad stuff, but I ain't on that no more. Now I'm going to tell you about the cleaning up part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I chose to want to live for God this time. I chose to give up some things. I chose to do what God designed me to do. I chose to let people, places, and things go out of my life. I don't do the things I used to do no more. It wasn't to please my mama. It wasn't to please my daddy. It wasn't to please nobody. But I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I'm walking into my purpose. I just got back from California 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
3 months ago. And as we ride back down the highway, we used to always listen to 103, the gospel radio. But for some reason, I said, I'm tired of listening to music. A person that sings like I do would love music all the time. But I said, I'm tired of listening to music. I said, I'm going to find something else. And I went to XM and Joel Osteen was on. And I said, you know what? I don't need music anymore. I need the word.
Yes.
I need to eat.
Yes.
See, I used to call myself a babe. I used to make excuses. I'm just a babe. I'm on the milk. I'm just getting into this. But I would turn right around and tell you I know more about God than you think you could ever tell me, which I did. But I wouldn't put none of that into action. But now I'm activating out on what God has for me. I thank y'all, Pastor. No, I'm going to take that back. I thank God for allowing y'all, Pastor, to be in the same place where I was at. And for God to come and deal with him. And he placed him in my life without me knowing that he was going to be a piece of a puzzle to walk me into my purpose.
Praise God.
See, a lot of people will hinder you from walking into your purpose.
Praise God.
Especially if they see that you have a maybe stronger purpose than them.
Praise God. You better speak.
Maybe a more effective purpose
You
than
better
them.
speak.
Jealousy, envy,
Yes, God.
bitterness,
Yes, God.
hate,
Yes.
strongholds.
Stronghold.
All this week, I can't keep saying the devil, but all this week, strongholds have been battling me and my wife to the point to it was trying to mess up all of this. It didn't want me to come through these doors. It didn't want me to come and start stepping into my purpose. It didn't want me to come and help somebody else. It wanted to just bring confusion between me and my wife, which is my helpmeet, which is my good thing, which is my everything, which is my all in all. Without her, I wouldn't be who I am today. But I give God the credit. But I thank God that he answered my prayer and gave me exactly what I prayed for.
Yes, God. Hallelujah.
A virtuous woman, a godly woman, a woman that loves me unconditional. See, you can tell me you love me, but tell me you love me unconditionally. That means if I slip, you still love me. You ain't gonna criticize me. See, because criticizing me and putting me down can send me back into envy, depression, low self-esteem. I tried to commit suicide twice. I couldn't do it. God wouldn't let me kill myself because he knew that I was going to be doing what I'm doing today. Somebody receive, y'all quiet. I got some people thinking right now. See, because you're looking at me, some of you looking at me like, you don't look like what you've been through. Oh, my nephew will tell you that I used to have them on the porch every day after school. Mostly all the hillside students that lived in Fisher Heights and Fairville Street used to come in my neighborhood, in my house was a hangout. Because my sons went to the school. But I was cracked out, high, drunk. But I used to always sit on the porch and installing these kids. I'll stay in school and quit doing what you're doing and this and that. But I wasn't doing nothing that I was preaching. Oh, Jesus. But now, she said it to me in there earlier. Iron sharpens iron. Now he can go back and tell them, you remember what Uncle Rodney used to tell us, y'all? I witnessed it. He's walking in what he's talking. I ain't gonna stand here and claim that everything gonna change in a day. Everything gonna change in a week. Everything ain't gonna change in a year. But if you stay on the course, don't let nothing move you. Don't let nothing shake you. And see, I come to find out that he didn't mess with me when I was doing everything that he wanted me to do. But now that I'm doing what God wants me to do, he messes with me harder. But see, one thing that he doesn't know is that The scales have been moved from my eyes, so I recognize his gravity. But I recognize him when he's coming at me. I recognize him when he's coming to attack. I recognize him when he's trying to take my self-esteem. I recognize him when he's trying to lie to me and say what you're doing ain't gonna amount to nothing. But I'm gonna look him in his face and I'm gonna tell you, you're a lie and the truth ain't in you. Cause I'm doing and I'm designed and I'm walking in my purpose. You can't stop me. You can't block me. Now run and tell that. See, it's time to stop waiting on pastor to relieve you of your mess.
Yes.
It's time for you to take the teachings from the pastor and release your own mess. Because the Bible tells me if I knock at the door, he'll answer. If I call on his name, he'll hear my voice. If I fall on my face, he'll come and sit and rescue me. If I lean on him, he'll hold me up. I don't need you to pat me on my back. I don't need you to tell me how good I am. Because guess what? I already know. But the devil's job is to let me know that I ain't nothing. But I am something. I'm a king. I'm royalty. I'm a boss. I'm not beneath. Huh? I am the head and not the tail. In my house, we serve the Lord. See, when God cleans you up, you start doing things that you never normally done. And it becomes like a strange new word. But I come to let you young people know it's sweet on the other side. Oh, and I'm gonna break another little thing for y'all. They say the grass ain't green on the other side. I beg to differ. God's grass is always green. So I ain't gonna hold you long. But I just want you to. I heard a pastor say that when you come, see, people can get up here and test a lie. But if you testify, and what you testify is different than what you live in, then somebody's gonna walk out of here different today. Because somebody needed that. Somebody been waiting on to hear something like that. Somebody been waiting to say, is it just me? Or is somebody else out there worse off than me? There's somebody out there that was worse off than me way before I did what I did. But I feel and I thank God because I had to go through those things. Because he chose me. Got to be careful about that. First he called me. I got a little thing about that too, Pastor. First he called me, but I never picked up. He still kept me there. He took a chance and he called me again, and I still didn't pick up. But one day, I accidentally picked up the phone. And when I picked up the phone, it was the sweetest sound on the other end. It says, everything that I promised you, I still have for you. Nothing was lost and nothing was taken. Now, all I ask you to do is one thing for me. Walk into your purpose. That's right. Somebody's waiting on you. Somebody needs to hear that testimony. Somebody needs to know what a stronghold is. Somebody needs to see somebody that done broke strongholds. So I thank God. Y'all young people up in here, young man, let me tell you something. When I was your age, I wish I was bold as you was. No, not was, that you are. See, the devil mad at you. And you think he ain't messing with you yet. He's going to come at you. And he's going to come at you with the people closest to you. And you're going to say, why? You? You? Really? You? Out of all people? But then God will say, I had to do that in order to see if you will stay where I designed you to go. That's a nugget. Take that. Take that nugget. Because I'm taking what I learned from y'all today. I felt love when I walked in here today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can come in here and praise the Lord with y'all at any given day. I don't feel like I'm a stranger. I don't feel nervous. I thank God for my place in the building. I thank God for everything. For waking me up this morning to see another day that was not promised to not near one of us. Because there's somebody laying on the hospital bed right now wishing they could hear this testimony. There's somebody laying in a prison right now wishing that they could hear this testimony. But God is going to order my steps to go back into those same places and save souls. Not me, but God using me. See, because I find it a habit to say, Lord, hide me behind the cross. And you come forward and you use me how you see fit. See, because I still have tendencies to mess things up. But if you use me, there's no way that I can mess it up. But I thank the Lord for my wife. We've had ups and downs, but I mentioned I am the head, and I refuse to let the devil tear down anything that God gave me. So you can't come and take nothing from me that God gave me. Oh yeah, Miss Hughes done said she's gonna leave himself time. Tell the truth, say devil. But see, that was only the adversary, that little slewfoot, slick tongue playing around in her mind, trying to make her think the unthinkable. Stinking thinking can lead into destruction. But when you fall yourself into a pattern, don't just say, God gonna show me. God gonna tell me. No. He might show you. He might tell you. But it starts with us, because when I married you, it ain't about you. It's about me and you. Because we one. So if he show you, he gonna show me. And if he don't show me, that means he need to get off you.
That's right.
See, husbands, we need to start praying over our wives.
That's right.
My head is anointed. My cup runs over.
That's right.
My wife anoints me every day. Yes, she does. She massages my head with the oil. She massages my eyes that I only see her. She massages my mind and I keep it on Jesus. She massages my mouth to keep the words of God in my heart. So I thank God for my help.
Yes, God.
Do you thank God for yours? I love y'all. And there's nothing y'all can do about it. And if I had to leave one important thing, this is for these young people. And you young old people, but it's for you young people. School is hard now. Friends are hard to choose now. Friends are hard to trust and believe now. But if you keep God with you in every conversation. They want you to skip third period and go hang down at Bojangles. If you keep God, you better ask him. I used to catch them skipping school all the time. I used to just pop up and see even though I was in my manners, God was still directing me because I had responsibility. I had sons that I was responsible for. Even though I was messed up, I was still a father. And even though I was messed up, I still had a concern to wake up 7:30, 8 in the morning to make sure them kids got in front of Hillside. And I go in the woods and stand in the woods. See, they used to like to come in the woods and get high, smoke a little loud. So I'll be standing in the corner of the woods. And soon they come in, and I start watching them break it down. And one start cutting it up, and the other one gonna hold the leaf, and one gonna roll it, while the other one lick it. That's just nasty. I ain't about to smoke that with y'all. I'd rather have my own. But the reality is that I had my mind and my eyes on my children because I seen the life that I lived and I did not desire for them to ever have to taste that. Now I can't stop everything. I can't stop every experience they go through, but I can stop what I can while I can. Because at the end, they're going to say to themselves, I'm so glad that my daddy stepped in right on time. So, that's about the end of my testimony. Now, that ain't the end of my testimony because my testimony will never end. Because as I keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher, it keeps getting better and better and better and better. So, I thank God for my place in the building. I thank God that I was able to talk to God's people. And I hope I was able to help some parents. I hope I was able to help some children. And I hope I was able to help some husbands. Because I ain't always been a good husband. Nah, I'm talking to somebody. I ain't always been a good husband. And a good husband can never be the head. If you ain't good to her, ain't no way you can head her. But let God line you up. And then you can become the head. Because I see a lot of kids and the mamas running the daddy. Because the daddy is not looked upon as the head, as a man. But God is calling us men. See, there's more women in here than it is men. But back in my day, when there was no music, just wood floors, wood benches, hand clapping, foot stomping, there were more men in the church than it was women. But now the men, they gonna blame you women for scaring them out of the church. But I look the men in the face and say, what y'all scared of? Because they in there praising him better than y'all. It's the truth. And we learn, the women is here to be the helpmeet, to teach us where we lack, to help us where we fall. Not to control us, not to hurt or harm us, but they're here to help us. So women got me where I am today. Not the men. Not the men priests. See, because all them let me down. All them hurt me. All them lied to me. All them did that. All them did this. All of them used and abused me. I was messed up, y'all. And a lot of it came from the church. I didn't want the church no more. But now I do. And I don't care who's messed up or jacked up in the church. I'm going to stay in the church. See, because once I get the blood out of my hand, it's your responsibility. I did what God wanted me to do this morning. it to myself. So I thank y'all. I didn't want to take too long. But I'm even helping myself right now.
Amen. Amen.
It's a learning process. It just don't happen overnight. It don't. I dropped, this was sports. Hey kids, I dropped out of school in the 8th grade. I ain't got a GED. I ain't got a PhD. I ain't got nothing. But I got a G.O.D. I don't talk like I'm from in no backwoods. I'm not ignorant. You can't just tell me anything. Because God educated me. He educated me to be able to come into his worship.
Amen. Amen.
He created me to be able to have all y'all sitting out there listening to me today.
Yes, sir.
This messed up, jacked up person. I got your attention. But God got it. See, he can use anything. He can use the donkey. Why he can't use Rodney? He can use Rodney. He can use you. But you got to walk into your purpose. Quit letting people tell you there's a calling on your life. Quit letting people tell you God got something for you. Quit letting people tell you there's somewhere else you need to go. You should already know that.
Yes.
The pastor only giving you confirmation. So if you don't take his confirmation and walk into it, you can't blame him. You got to blame yourself. So I love y'all. I thank y'all. If you ever need me, I come. I don't never say no. My wife be telling me, your heart just, I love people. I love people because people hated me. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. But when I tell you I love you, you can take that to the bank. And when I tell you I love you, I expect you to love me back the same way. And if you can't love me back the same way, I'm going to delete you. I'm going to delete you. I'm going to delete you.
For real, for real. For real.
But I love y'all. Me and my wife going to do this song. He knows my name.
You need a microphone? Yeah. Can you record?
We get asked everywhere to come and sing this song. I know it's to write a song, but when I choose to sing a song, I take that song and I make that song my song. Because that's their testimony. But when I take their song and I sing it, it becomes my testimony. Because I don't sing it like they sing it. I sing it like God gives it to me. So we hope you be blessed. We hope somebody got something today. Young men, pull your pants up. Don't nobody want to see your drawers.